There was a time I was seriously considering the Chase Sapphire Reserve. The card had so much to offer: a nice $550 annual fee, one easy-to-use credit, and the best of all, a 50% point bonus inside of the Chase Travel Portal, giving you 1.5 cents per point on everything. However, after these changes, I really don't know if I would get this card. Some of the new credits are really great, but they are so specific that I don't know if I can use them to their full potential. But that's what this video aims to find out. This is part 2 of a 3-part series talking about the top 3 premium travel credit cards to see which one has the best benefits and features. If you haven't seen part 1, go check that video out, then come back and watch this one. That video is all about the Capital One Venture X and all of the benefits it offers. In today's video, we'll be talking all about the Chase Sapphire Reserve, and in the third and final video, we'll be talking about the American Express Platinum Card. Get subscribed so you can see that final video when it comes out. Alright, let's dive in. Starting off, the Chase Sapphire Reserve has really stepped up its game in the travel and premium credit card market. The card offers lots of new credits and benefits for the big-time traveler, but that has come at a new cost of $795, which is currently the highest annual fee of the 3 travel credit cards we're talking about. The Sapphire Reserve had an annual fee of $550, which was much more reasonable. And honestly, it looked pretty good compared to the Platinum Card's $695 annual fee. Now, the authorized user fee on the Sapphire Reserve has been raised to $195 each year per user, which means you will be paying almost $1,000 for you and a spouse or someone else to hold this card. Now, one major benefit that the Platinum Card has over the Sapphire Reserve is actually a free alternative to paying that authorized user fee. The Platinum Card offers a companion card, which does not come with any of the benefits of the Platinum Card, only the ability to spend money on the account. This is actually what my wife and I do with our Platinum Card. She doesn't need all of those additional benefits, however, she would like the ability to spend on the account. But unfortunately, the Reserve Card gives us no such option. Now, one upside to any credit card refresh is the welcome offer generally gets a bump, and Chase has given us just that. At the time of recording this, the welcome offer is for 100,000 Chase Ultimate Reward points, plus a $500 travel credit that you can use inside of the Chase Travel Portal. You'll receive this after you spend $5,000 in the first 3 months of card ownership. Normally, this welcome offer is for 60,000 Chase Ultimate Reward points, so this offer is giving us quite a significant bump. While we're talking about points, Chase has updated the multipliers on this card. When we spend money with this card, we earn Chase Ultimate Reward points, which we can then use in a number of ways. Now, these points used to have a pretty fixed value of 1.5 cents per point as a base. However, that has changed a little bit. We'll come back to that later. But in terms of multipliers, we are going to earn 8x back on all purchases inside of the Chase Travel Portal, including the Edit Hotel Collection, 4x back on flights booked directly with the airline, 4x back on hotels booked directly with the hotel, 3x back on dining, and 1x back on everything else. Now, I think these multipliers got a little bit better and a little bit worse. For starters, we used to earn 10x back on hotels and rental cars booked through the Travel Portal, but now we only earn 8. However, we used to only earn 5x back on flights booked through the Travel Portal, and now we earn 8x back. Then we used to earn 3x back on all travel, which included pretty much anything that would classify as travel outside of the Travel Portal. But that has been replaced with the 4x back on flights and hotels booked directly. Now, I think this one actually helps us out quite a bit. Yes, we do lose some of the wider flexibility of the multiplier, but I generally spend the most with airlines and hotels, so this would be helpful to me. I mentioned in part 1 of this video that the Capital One Venture X is really the only premium travel credit card that would really work on its own, because of the 2x back on everything. However, the Sapphire Reserve could be successful on its own if you primarily travel and eat out a lot. Now, moving on to some more significant changes, the annual credits. Historically, the Sapphire Reserve offered one main credit, which was a $300 travel credit. This credit has a lot of versatility, allowing us to use it anywhere inside or outside of the Travel Portal for just about anything that would classify as travel. This was really the only way to offset the cost of the annual fee. But now, the Sapphire Reserve offers a lot more. First up, let's take a look at the travel-related credits. We still have that same $300 travel credit, unchanged from before the overhaul, but added is a $500 credit for stays booked through the Edit Hotel collection. You can use $250 of this credit semi-annually. We'll also receive a $469 Priority Pass Select membership credit and a TSA PreCheck Global Entry or Nexus credit. These credits together total $1,200. But that's not all. The Sapphire Reserve now offers a lot of lifestyle credits, including a $300 dining credit in the form of $150 semi-annually for Sapphire Reserve exclusive tables, a $250 Apple TV Plus and music subscription credit through June 22nd of 2027, a $120 Dash Pass membership through December 31st, 2027, $300 in DoorDash promos, also through December 31st, 2027, $300 in StubHub and Viagogo credits split into $150 semi-annually, a $120 Lyft credit plus 5x back on those purchases, and a $120 Peloton credit plus 10x back on those purchases. It's clear from this list of credits that the Sapphire Reserve is really trying to offset the new cost of this card, and Chase is saying, hey, don't worry about that new annual fee. One thing I don't love about this list of credits is all of the end dates. It seems odd that so many of these big credits have end dates. When we get closer to those dates, I'm curious if Chase will extend the credit or if they're planning to refresh these credits with new ones every few years. What do you guys think? Comment down below. Now moving on, let's talk about lounge access. The Sapphire Reserve is going to offer access to the Sapphire Lounge by the club. I've had the chance to check out these lounges a few times, and they're certainly a great lounge. You'll find food, beverages, and great places to relax before a flight. You'll also be able to bring 2 guests with you into the lounge each visit, and authorized users will also have their own access to the Sapphire Lounge. Then we'll also have access to Priority Pass lounges through that Priority Pass Select membership credit we get. You can bring 2 guests with you into Priority Pass lounges each visit. And you'll also have access to select Air Canada Maple Leaf lounges and Air Canada cafes in the US, Canada, and Europe when flying on a 5-star Alliance flight. I do like seeing that the Sapphire Reserve has access to airline lounges. That was a big complaint of mine in the past about this card. In contrast, the Platinum card has offered Delta Sky Club access for years, and that's a huge perk of that card. So now let's talk about some additional benefits that the Sapphire Reserve now offers. First up is top-notch insurance and protections. These are unchanged and still some of the best insurance and protections out there on a credit card. This card offers some unique insurances like travel accident insurance, emergency evacuation and transportation insurance, and emergency medical and dental insurance. The Sapphire Reserve is also going to offer IHG One Rewards Platinum status, which comes with a number of benefits of its own and can be a great addition to any IHG hotel stay. You'll also have access to the Chase Transfer Partners list, including partners like United, Hyatt, Marriott, Southwest, and more. As I mentioned in the Venture X video, these transfer partners are where we can find 2, 3, 4 cents per point or more. Chase has also added Reserve Travel Designer, which can help you build a custom travel itinerary for your trip. Now, Chase says this is a $300 value. If you have used this service or plan to in the future, let me know if you think it's worth $300. Now, a promotional benefit that this card offers is Marriott Bonvoy Gold Elite status for 3 months. To obtain this status, you must register between July 1st and September 30th of 2025. And if you want to extend that status until February 2027, all you need to do is stay 3 paid nights with Marriott at a Marriott property in those 3 months. A new benefit that this card offers is additional benefits after you spend $75,000 on the card in a calendar year. Those benefits include IHG One Rewards Diamond status, which offers the same benefits as Platinum status, and more. You'll also receive a $250 credit for the shops at Chase, a $500 Southwest Airlines travel credit, and you'll also receive Southwest Airlines A-List status, which offers benefits like priority boarding, free checked bags, and more. Now earlier, I talked about how these points used to be worth 1.5 cents per point as a base. Originally, the Sapphire Reserve would allow you to book any redemption inside of the Chase travel portal at 1.5 cents per point because of a 50% point bonus. This was really nice to know that we could always get at least 1.5 cents per point on redemptions. However, this has now been replaced with Points Boost. This has some upsides and it has some downsides. The upside is we can now get redemptions up to 2 cents per point inside of the travel portal. The bad news is it's not for every redemption, and it really favors premium purchases. Now, I currently hold the Chase Sapphire Preferred, which is the little brother to the Sapphire Reserve, and this change is also going to affect the Sapphire Preferred, as it offers a points bonus of 25%. And when I go into the Chase Travel Portal now, I can see options to sort for redemptions with Points Boost. However, here's where we run into a major hiccup for me. All of the Point Boost flights that I could find for domestic US routes are with United. And if you've watched any of my past videos, you know that I am a huge Delta fan. And after searching for a while, I could not find a Points Boost flight for Delta Airlines or any other US carrier besides United. And on top of that, the Points Boost options that were available for United were for first or business class tickets. I do think this really takes away the appeal that the Reserve card once had. The 1.5 cents per point on anything in the portal was a huge draw, and it doesn't have that anymore. Now, I want to take a moment to talk about the Edit Hotel collection as I mentioned earlier. Like Capital One and American Express, Chase has a curated collection of hotels that they have partnered with to offer some exclusive benefits to those who book through the collection. Those benefits include daily breakfast for two, a $100 property credit, room upgrades at check-in when available, early check-in and late checkout when available, and free Wi-Fi. These benefits are pretty standard across the board for these hotel collections. However, the Sapphire Reserve does offer the best annual credit for booking hotel stays through the collection. So who is this card for? Well, I think Chase is carving out a very specific type of credit card holder with these new benefits. The credits and benefits have a lot of power, but not for everyone. For example, I could use the $300 travel credit, the $500 hotel credit, and the $250 Apple TV Plus and music credit. But that's about it. Now, yes, this does cover the cost of the annual fee, but it does leave a lot on the table, so that's something to consider. Now, is this card better than the Platinum card or the Venture X? Well, I think that's a tough question to answer. In my Venture X video, I talked about how I think the Venture X might be moving into a different credit card tier. With the Sapphire Reserve upping its annual fee and almost doubling the Venture X, and the Platinum card soon to be doing the same, that leaves the Venture X behind in some ways. With that being said, I think the Venture X is a great starter premier travel credit card with a nice annual fee, great points earning potential, and a very easy credit to use. And the Platinum card has been a fairly steady premium travel credit card with a great point system, lounge access, and easy to use credits. But that might not be the case for long. The Platinum card is going to change sometime this year. We don't know exactly what these changes will be, but I have some ideas, and I'm going to talk all about them in my next video, which will be the third part of this series. I'll also be talking about why I'm not super worried about these upcoming changes. Get subscribed so you can see when that video comes out. And hey, if you found this video helpful, hit that like button down below. And tell me what you think of these changes on the Sapphire Reserve. Are they good changes, or did Chase just ruin this card? Let me know down below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.